timer? Where's the timer? Please don't start timing because I want to say something. Yeah, please don't start timing. I would like to thank the White Hawk team. Let me tell you, before you start, let me tell you how it all started. So I got this email from someone, I don't know, and they asked me to, hey, come, we're organizing this White Hawk event, can you come help? So I was like, White Hawk, why not? So I said, yeah, sure. And then 1 week later, I got an email saying, congratulations, you are nominated as one of the speakers. I was like, White Hawk, why me? And then I had a meeting with Ryan Cow, and he successfully, I originally wanted to, refuse it very politely, but then he successfully convinced me to stay. So, I mean, like, who would have known that Freeing Hong Kong boss is actually from USC, and who would have known the world champion of sailing is from USC, and his name is Coco, and who would have known that someone actually doesn't want to make profit and just give good to society? Who would have known? Who would have known? And I think this is an amazing idea, and who would have known that more than 300 people will actually show up and appreciate their hard work? Please give them a round of applause. Now you can time me. Okay. My name is Sharon. I was born and raised in South Africa. Until I was 16, I moved there with my parents because they became Christian missionaries, and I lived there for 5 years. Contrary to popular beliefs, I was once very shy and introverted. That's what I look like, on the right. I didn't like to have so many pairs of eyes staring down at me like right now, because I freak out. And when I do get too much attention, I look like this. That's me. I remember once when I was in primary school, everybody in the class had to go up in the front and tell a story that and I freaked out. I told so many lies about my health, and it delayed many days. And then at last I was the only one left, so I had to do it. So I went to the blackboard and I told the story Jack and Magic Beans in my quivering voice, with tears coming down my face. And that's how I hated to be under the spotlight. But apparently everything has changed since then. I've been a performing pianist, a busker, and now I am a singer in a rock and roll band. I am pretty proud because I think it's a cool combination which allows me to share with you what I think my passion is from many different angles. Today my topic is live your passion. What's your passion? Well, what's passion? Passion is different for everybody. Passion for me is music. Passion for Coco is sailing. Passion for Raymond is gaming. No, it wasn't a joke, okay? Passion to me is something that I love doing so much. I can barely control it. And when I do it, I lose track of time, I lose track of space, I forget how tired I am. And that's music for me. Right now, I want to share with you how I have been living my passion and how it has changed me from that little shy, grumpy girl into what I am today. I wanted the topic to sound more interesting, so I added death to it. It was originally a joke, but the White Hawk team took it. So I'm like, okay. But I do believe that a life without passion, it's a life not lived at all. So let's start with my first passion. When I was in South Africa, I was a pianist. Being a pianist is the hardest thing that I've ever done. It's very technical. I started having piano lessons when I was 6, which is pretty late compared to most of you. I didn't like it at all until I was 17. It took me 11 years to play the piano. But once I started liking it, I got the opportunities to play at concerts and clubs semi-professionally. My highest pay in my life, I hope not, is 100 South African rand, which is equal 100 Hong Kong dollars, a little more than that per minute. So that's good money. If I play 2 pieces, short pieces, I get $1,000. That's good money, right? And you would ask me, why did you stop? I can tell you, it's not easy money. Sometimes when my friends come to me, when they have presentations, you know, the university loves presentations. when they come to me and say, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I wish I was you. You perform all the time. You must be so calm and not nervous. And I'm like, yeah, all right. You only see how I present like now. You don't see how I curl up into a ball, shaking my ass off at the back. Like before, no matter how many times I play, how many concerts I played, I still get horrible, horrible stage fright. Like even just now, I was shaking the whole time. Before I go on stage, my hands will get all icy and sweaty. My heartbeats go really, really fast. That makes breathing hard, which is very dangerous for a pianist because your fingers slip. And let me mind you, at that time, I didn't speak English at all. So when people came to me after my performance and saying, I love your performance, all I could say was, thank you. And when they asked me, how long have you been playing the piano, all I could say was, thank you. Because of all these years, I almost always want to chicken out of my performances. And how I help myself through it is that I keep a diary, cliche. I call this diary a future diary to make it less cliche. What I basically do is before I go to my performance, I write down all the negative thoughts, all the reasons why I think I shouldn't go. I'm gonna ruin my reputation, I'm gonna make so many mistakes, like I'm gonna look stupid. You know, all the things that I can think of for not going. And then I go through it. And afterwards, the future me comes back and write down what she feels. And I have many entries like this. Like you can see that the reasons are really stupid. But what I learned from it is that sometimes I think too much. You know, the first thing that they teach you at business school is SWOT analysis, pros and cons. You only do this if your benefits bigger than your trade-offs, you know. But in reality, sometimes we just have to stop thinking, fight your fears, and the outcome will never disappoint you. So that was basically my high school life in South Africa. After I moved back to Hong Kong for uni, I became a busker for a while. I actually never sang alone before university because I was always shy. I was in various jazz bands, a cappella groups, choirs. I was always at the back because I shy, I cried. Until one day, when I was singing with my guitar alone in Hall 6 in my room, it hit me. I'm like, I do this every day. So why don't I do this thing that I really love, just out on the streets, and make money at the same time? So there I went. I went to Tommy and got everything that I needed. A mic, a mic stand, a trolley, a portable battery-powered amp, a guitar pickup, and a marker. And with that marker, I wrote on the cardboard, thanks for supporting music. And there I went. I was out in the streets. You know, now that I think of it, I was really crazy. It was a really reckless act. You know, anything could have happened because I started busking before it was cool. Nobody understood what busking is, and they couldn't understand the romance of it. So when I told my friend that, yo, you know, I'm starting to sing in the streets for money, and they would say, what? So you're like one of those baggers with the now? That's how they thought of me. They didn't understand. And, you know, I could have gotten beaten up, I could have gotten arrested, things could have gone missing, but I didn't think much. I just went. And it just turned out to be so rewarding. I didn't want to show you the next picture because some of you might think that I'm showing off, and most of you will think I'm poor, but I want to be as open with you as possible, so screw it. This is a picture of the first money I made by singing on the streets alone. It was overwhelming. But now when I look at it, I don't see bills, I don't see coins, I don't see red packets or yellow packets. I see appreciation, I see motivation, I see encouragement from total strangers. But yet, this is not what I value the most. The most unforgettable thing is the interaction I had with strangers. You know, the smiles, the nods, the thumbs up, the babies who come running to me and saying, and the policeman who came walking straight at me because I think I was busking in a non-buskable area. So I freaked them and I did what I always do. I just closed my eyes and sang my song and they were gone. I've never been so happy that actually someone walked away from my performance. Like the auntie who stood right in front of me with a bill in her hands and saying like, I will only pay you if you do this song justice. So I closed my eyes again and I sang and I got the bill. Sometimes I get donations from most unexpected people, like this little primary school kid, this primary school boy. I remember when I was in primary school, all I had was 50 cents for a packet of seaweed at the tuck shop. So when he actually walked past me and opening his little bluey cartoon wallet and put down a $5 coin, I was like, wow, inflation, man. It was touching. But the most touching moment was when I was busking for 3 hours straight. I was really tired, and I stood there. I sang this Cantonese Christian song called "當你走到無力," which means that when you're so tired from walking, God will always be there for you. God will help you through it. So I sang that song, and then suddenly a lady came out from the crowd, walking slowly towards me, putting a $10 bill down, looking at me in the eyes, mouthing the lyrics, sang the song with me, and my voice nearly cracked. It's these moments when two souls who have never met each other exchange such deep emotions through music that I miss the most. If I wasn't crazy enough to go out and sing in the street, I would never feel anything as peculiar and as profound. So what I want to say is, when you really want to do something you believe in, go out and do it, no matter how crazy it sounds. No matter if your friends tell you that you're a beggar, ignore them. So right now I'm a singer in a rock and roll band called King Robert. I was never really, we're still doing some covers, but we're trying to come up with our own music. I was never a lover of loud music because, given my classical music background. But what I learned from rock music is that passion really defines you. Passion is everything. The blasting volume, the drinking, the jumping, the screaming, the headbanging, everything about rock music is just so full of life, so full of love, and so full of passion. And then I realized what really sets a great musician apart from a good musician isn't really their level of techniques or skills, but how much they love and how much they enjoy what they do. So to wrap up, for those of you who haven't found your passion yet, I urge you from the bottom of my heart, go find it. It will change your life in many, many ways. And for those of you who already have it, stop thinking. Stop doing your analysis. Stop sticking with the norms. Stop sticking with the majority and rules. Go out, do something crazy, and enjoy every freaking minute of it. Thank you.